The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Marketplace just rolled out a focused trio of brand new featured airports. This week's update is a treat for general aviation pilots and short-haul regional flyers, taking us from a highly unique Royal airfield in the UK to essential regional stops across the United States. We're looking at everything from Burning Blue's design, highly detailed Nethrop airfield, to regional mainstays like Manhattan Regional and Modesto Airport. Let's jump into the details to see which of these destinations deserves a spot in your virtual flight log. I've broken it up a little bit, but it are only 3 items, so I divided it up into 2 categories. The first one is the North American regional gateways, and the second one is the UK general aviation scene. Let's kick off across the Atlantic with our US regional hubs. Manhattan Regional Airport, Kilo Mike Hotel Kilo by MSFScenery Builders. And if you see the images, you already see kind of a pattern, right? Because this is the level of quality which MSFScenery Builders delivers. We can see some, ground services. We can see some bus stops or buses. In this case, not a school bus, which is normally the case. But let's have a look at the screenshots after we did dive a little bit deeper on the airport, because the airport is located in Riley County, Kansas, United States, and is the second busiest commercial airport in Kansas. It's owned by the city of Manhattan, and here we can see the screenshots. You can see cars parked in front of the terminal building. We can see passengers being dropped off by buses. We can see also the traffic tower is there. Some supporting buildings are there. Also fire services, always useful. And it looks like there's also some static scenery, but that's always hard to figure out. But it looks like that these ones are static scenery, but still it looks, I would say, pretty okay. I can guarantee you it likely looks better than the default content in Flight Simulator 2020. So the next one is Modesto Airport, Kilo Mike Oscar Delta. It's created by Spinoza, and it was the nation's first municipality-owned airport. Already opened a very long time ago. It was used for, I would say, during World War II. They also had scheduled flights, of course. And the airport hosted the Commemorative Air Force Central California Valley Squadron, which showcased planes from World War II. It is surrounded by rich farmland, and I would say it's pretty nice if you take off and then you can enjoy the San Joaquin Valley. So if we look at the pictures, this is what you will get. And you can see that the surroundings are also pretty nice. This is the, I would say, flight school, as you can see, which also has been added. You can see the terminal building. You can see emergency services. People walking. The hangars. I'm not sure if you can spawn from the hangar, but based on that, I would say pool or truck, which is in front of it, it looks like that you can be, I would say, can spawn from the hangar, which is pretty interesting. Can say cars parked in front of it, security is there. The traffic tower, we also saw it. More emergency services. So it's a pretty nice airport, right? So if you want to fly from this airport and maybe spawn from one of these hangars, then this could be something which you could add to your marketplace. And on the bottom there's some other pictures also, right? Some smaller pictures. So also looks pretty cool. Can see. And so say it's super high quality. Well, that's say discussable, but it looks really nice. Then in the second category, the UK general aviation scene, we find Netherthorpe Airfield, Echo Golf November Foxtrot. This has been created by Burning Blue Design, and the airport is near Worshop in Nottinghamshire, close to the South Yorkshire border. It's the oldest continuously operating general aviation airfield in Northern England, surrounded by an open agriculture countryside. So if you love to fly, say VFR, and enjoy the nice scenery, for example, of Sheffield, Doncaster and the wider Midland region, then this is definitely something which you could consider to add to your marketplace. It features 2 cross runways, including runway 80 and 36. And what they have added is a lot. They added 100 custom 3D objects, fully modeled high detail restaurant interior, modeled hangar interior with parking spot, which means that you can spawn from the hangar and you can also animate the hangar doors. Besides that, there are some static aircraft such as the Piper P-828, the Cessna 151, completely custom windsocks, animated spectators, and this is the result. I'm pretty sure that I saw this airport already earlier in some of the marketplaces, but I'm not sure. I think it was from a different developer, but this is what you will get. So nice additions to the marketplace, including kind of, I would say, museum or something. There's the sky bar, or it could also be the sky bar, of course. Then we've got the flying school. So also a lot of, let's say, additions, right? People watching. More people watching, also in the traffic tower, and this is that hangar. So likely you can park your, I would say, aircraft there, and then you can spawn from it, or you can drive to it. Rescue services also available. Hopefully you don't need them, but this is, I would say, a nice addition to your marketplace. So if you love to fly in the UK and love to fly VFR, then this could be something which you might want to add. So whether you're practicing tight, short view gross landings over at Modesto or loading up a corporate twin prop for a regional flight into Modesto or Manhattan Regional, this week's drop bring excellent options to flesh out local flight networks in Flight Simulator 2020. The level of detail is, I would say, pretty nice, right? I would say it's always hard to judge based only on the screenshots, but they look, I would say, pretty impressive. I want to hear from you. Are you pulling out a light aircraft to tackle the challenging gross trips in England, or are you flying a regional route across Kansas or California? Let me know your pick from this week's featured 3 in the comment box below. If this quick structured marketplace guide helped you plan your next flight, make sure to hit the like button, and of course don't forget to subscribe for next week's video.